Imagine gazing up at the night sky only to see the full moon glowing like a block of cheddar, sprinkled with mysterious craters that look suspiciously like holes in Swiss cheese. While it might sound like a child's fantasy or the punchline of a nursery rhyme, the myth that the moon is made of cheese has captured the imaginations of people for centuries. This charming notion, though scientifically unfounded, speaks to our long-standing fascination with the cosmos and the boundless creativity of the human mind. The myth that the moon is made of cheese likely originated as an innocent misunderstanding or humorous allegory. In medieval times, when astronomy was still a developing science, people had limited knowledge about celestial bodies. This gap left ample room for speculation. Stories of a cheesy moon made it easier for people to conceptualize and relate to the mysterious object in the sky, which changed shape every night and seemed reachable yet untouchable. To early civilizations, the moon's pale, mottled surface bore a curious resemblance to aged cheese, and as they observed it from afar, this imaginative interpretation took root. Folklore and fairy tales also played a role in reinforcing the image of a cheesy moon. In many European folk tales, tricksters convince naive characters that the moon is a wheel of cheese. A famous English folk tale tells of a simpleton who sees the reflection of the moon in a pool of water and mistakes it for a cheese fallen from the sky. In this way, the cheese moon concept was used to illustrate foolishness or naivety, gently poking fun at those who were easily misled. With no clear scientific answers at the time, myths and folklore provided an entertaining way to explore complex questions about the world around us. With the advancement of astronomy and technology, humanity eventually learned more about the moon's true composition. In 1969, when Neil Armstrong set foot on the lunar surface, it was clear that the moon was not only much harder than cheese, but also lifeless, barren and composed of rock and dust. Samples brought back by Apollo missions revealed that the moon's surface is made primarily of oxygen, silicon, magnesium, iron, calcium and other elements that form volcanic rock. These scientific discoveries finally dispelled the myth, though its charm persisted. But why did the cheese moon myth endure? At its core, the story reflects a unique aspect of human nature, our capacity to dream and to simplify what we don't understand. The idea that the moon could be made of cheese, while absurd, underscores our tendency to turn mysteries into familiar concepts. Just as we might anthropomorphize animals or envision stars as mythical figures, we turn the moon into something comforting, an edible delight that we can imagine touching, tasting, and perhaps even bringing down from the sky. In the modern era, the myth lives on in pop culture, cartoons, and children's books, reminding us to maintain a sense of wonder about the universe. Animated characters from Mickey Mouse to Wallace and Gromit have taken their own journeys to the cheesy moon, showing that this myth, despite its lack of scientific merit, is firmly embedded in our culture. Through these depictions, the moon becomes more than a celestial body. It is transformed into a playground for our imaginations.